I've been leaving my laptop open overnight to run Claude Code jobs for months, and the thing I kept wishing for finally shipped. On April 14th, Anthropic launched Claude Routines in Research Preview, automation for Claude Code that runs on their cloud, not yours. The interesting part isn't the scheduling, it's where this fits in a much bigger pattern. Quick context: Claude Code is Anthropic's coding agent, the CLI tool a lot of us have been running locally to refactor code, write PRs, manage repos. Up to now, it lived on your machine. You closed the lid, the work stopped. Routines moves that execution onto Anthropic's infrastructure, so a job can run while you're asleep, in a meeting, or just not at your desk. It's labeled Research Preview, which means rough edges are expected, and the API surface will probably shift before it stabilizes. Here's what's in the box. Routines are triggered three ways: a cron-style schedule, a GitHub event, or a direct API call using an experimental header. Experimental CC routine 2026-01. That header naming is a tell. Anthropic is signaling that the contract changes when they want it to, and you should not build production critical workflows on top of it yet. Worth noting, this is the first time Claude Code is genuinely a remote agent, rather than a local CLI dressed up as one. Availability and limits. Routines is open to Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise subscribers. Daily run caps land between 5 and 25 per account, depending on which tier you're on. That's a real constraint. If your mental model is, I'll wire up 50 cron jobs, you'll hit the ceiling fast. The shape of these limits tells you Anthropic is rate limiting exploration on purpose, while they watch how people use the feature. The trigger story is what I keep coming back to. Schedule, GitHub event, or API call means a routine isn't really a scheduled task. It's a persistent agent you can fire from anywhere. A webhook from your monitoring stack, a comment on a pull request, a 7 a.m. cron, all the same primitive. That's a different mental model from I run Claude in my terminal. Stepping back for a second, this is part of a clear shift across the field. The default way to run AI is moving from interactive chat to triggered pipelines. Coding agents in particular are leaving the laptop. If you're architecting an AI-assisted workflow this year, the question is no longer which CLI do I install. It's what events should fire which agents and where do they run. Routines is one data point in that move, not the destination. Concrete thing to try this week if you're on a paid Claude tier. Pick one repetitive Claude Code task you already do, a dependency audit, a weekly changelog, a stale PR sweep, and wire it up as a routine on a schedule. Budget 30 minutes. Even one running job will give you a feel for where this pattern fits and where it breaks. That's what I've got on this one. If you set up a routine that does something genuinely useful, tell me in the comments. I'm collecting examples for a follow-up. See you in the next one.